Welcome friends and spiritual travelers, Mystic Owl here. Today we have your November 2020 forecast. So what is happening or coming in for you in the next month? I'm going to do this reading a little bit differently. You can see with the 4 piles, I've got 4 tarot decks on top of a bunch of oracle cards. So I'm going to just do a bit of a free shuffle for each of the piles first to get an idea about the energy or what's actually coming in, what's about to happen for you in the next month. And then we'll finish the reading, so stay to the end of the reading to get some further messages and some insight with the oracle cards that we've got there. So as I said, we've got 4 piles today. We have pile 1 with the Commonplace Tarot. Pile 2 is the Standard Rider Waite. Pile 3 is the Tattoo Tarot. And pile 4 is the 5 Cent Tarot. Please use your intuition to choose a pile. Remember, this is a general reading, so take only that which resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Before we get started, I'd just like to also say thank you to all of my viewers that for encouraging me, sending me lovely messages of encouragement, supporting me. Thank you all for watching and returning to see my videos. I really appreciate it. It gives me the support and the encouragement I need to keep filming. And on that, let's get started with pile number 1 and find out what's coming your way in November 2020. Hello and welcome, pile number 1. You have the Commonplace Tarot deck. Let's start with that. We'll do a bit of a free shuffle and find out what's happening for you, what's coming your way in November 2020. Spirit, can we get some messages, please, for pile 1 for November 2020? What is coming their way? What can they expect from November 2020? What can pile number 1 expect for November 2020? Ooh, nice. Okay, there's 4 cards. We'll start with those. This first card you can see there is the Knight of Cups. Lovely. A new romance, potentially. The Knight of Cups can often indicate that somebody has their eye on you when they're trying to woo you, pile 1. It can also be an indication that you're just starting to feel a little bit of peace. The Knight of Cups can sometimes indicate like love or just satisfaction, feeling at peace with your journey, finding, I guess, contentment within. You have the 6 of Swords. You have the 6 of Pentacles, interesting. You also have the Hermit card in reverse. Oh, right. Okay, so 2 sixes. 6s are the number of balance and harmony, right? It looks to me that I think it seems that you've been through a recent rough time, but with the 6 of Swords here, pile 1, you're definitely starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, moving from rocky waters to calmer waters. So you're starting to see changes in your reality. I think you're also starting to feel a lot better. If you have had a bit of a harsh time this year. I love that you got the Hermit card there too. I mean, we've all been in isolation with the pandemic. You may be finally at a place where you're allowed to get outdoors and start seeing people and socializing. It just seems to me that like things are starting to fall into place a little bit. You know, you've been through a rough time and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think you're starting to feel better about life. And I also see here, if you've had some financial problems, I think you've done some work recently to start getting on top of them, starting to find a little bit more balance with your finances and your material assets. But most definitely, I'm just seeing a bit of a change, a shift. November for you, from what I can tell, is a period where you start to see like changes in your reality, and good changes, positive changes. I think also within yourself too. I'm just sensing you're feeling more at peace with yourself and with what's going on around you. I also see that it's a month where you want to get out and start seeing people again too. With the Hermit in reverse, this often indicates socializing, wanting to break free of being in isolation. having an idea about what you want for the rest of the year and sort of going after it in a sense. You've done the soul searching, you've been through this period of darkness, you've done, I guess, a little bit of contemplation and reflection. Maybe you were forced to with being locked indoors, pile one. And I just sense now you're ready to get out and tackle the world again, go after the things you want, start seeing people. Now that you have an idea about what it is that you want to make it happen in a sense. I'm also picking up on, too, with the Hermit in reverse and the Six of Pentacles, like, this is a group that I sense love to be of service to other people, giving over what you have to people in need, being, like, dedicating time to charity, I'm sensing. With the Knight of Cups, too, you have a lot of love to give, pile one. So I think this is a group that just enjoys helping other people out. So it may also be a month where you spend time helping those in need. It could be friends or family, potentially. Or it may actually be the needy, people that are on the streets or that are less advantaged in life than you are. So good for you, pile one. Beautiful energy. Let's see if we can get some further messages for you. Ooh, okay. Wow. Look at those two cards. Spirit, any further messages, please, for pile one? So you have the Moon in reverse and the Emperor there that just jumped out of the deck. I'm not sure you can see them. There they are. I sense that maybe in the past you felt a little bit afraid, potentially even confused about what it is that you needed to do or wanted to do when you're in isolation, or at least sort of spending time on your own with the Hermit card here. I think you've probably actively chosen to spend some time on your own, taken some time out to work through some personal issues, or at least to gain your thoughts again about what it is that you really want for the rest of the year, what brings you joy, what lights you up. And I sense it's about being of service to others, helping people out, getting on top of your own issues too. I'm seeing pile one too, with the Six of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. If you've had some financial issues, I sense that you've been doing some work recently to try and resolve those issues, and I see that also happening in November. You're getting on top of any sort of monetary problems that you may have. I just sense you're getting clarity in a sense with the Moon card here in reverse. Any confusion that you may have had recently, or any fear about, where your life is going or what's happening with this year, I think you're letting go of it in a sense. You're releasing that energy and coming into a place in November where you just want to get out and take action. Go after the things that you want. Be brave. Get out there and actually help people out with the Hermit card, the Emperor card, and the Six of Pentacles, all indicating together like taking action and being of service. Remembering the Empress too, like the father figure who likes to be, I guess, the one that supports people. Kind of like the breadwinner in a sense. He does the work and looks after the family. So I just sense that this is a very loving, nurturing, compassionate group that likes to be of service to the people that you love, or even those people that are in need. And I really see you getting out there and doing that again in November. Getting back to doing the things that you love, essentially. And continuing to work on any issues that you may have had in the past few months. Sorry, pile one, my flatmate needed a hand with something, so I got distracted a little bit. I'm also seeing, too, with the Emperor and the Moon in reverse, you overcoming your fears a little bit. Taking charge on things that may have been holding you back a little bit in the past recently. Getting the confidence that you need to sort things out. And with the Six of Swords too, actually making progress on those things. So I see it being a very optimistic, progressive month for you, pile one, which I think is really lovely. Let's just see if there's any further closure, any last messages from the Commonplace Tarot. Any last messages, please, Spirit? Okay, there's another 3 cards. You have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Ace of Cups, lovely. And your final card is the 8 of Wands, which I think is really kind of the theme for the month, from what I can tell. Like, taking action. It's funny to look at the Knight of Pentacles in reverse too. Knight of Pentacles in reverse is very slow moving. It's earth energy. Things take time to build and grow in this 3D reality. But in reverse, I see you having progress. Like any effort that you've been putting into a certain project in the past, potentially pile one, I see you finally starting to see the rewards, like some upward trajectory. It's lovely that you've got the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. It's a period where you're just coming into harmony, I think, starting to really appreciate life again, getting on top of things that have been bugging you recently. There's a lot of indication that you're taking action and starting to see the rewards for, I guess, some hard work that you've been putting in this year. Spending time soul searching and working on yourself and actually getting on top of things that were causing you some issues. I think you're seeing progress on that. Beautiful reading. So moving on to your oracle cards, let's see what you have. Oh, lovely. Can you see that? Beautiful. Windfall of abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and knowing that this abundance comes to support your life path, your life purpose, health, and charitable work. Okay. There you are. Right. With the Six of Pentacles here and the Hermit card, I could tell that this is a group that loves being of service and spends a lot of time in charity, helping out those people in need, whether it be your friends and family, but also people that are slightly more disadvantaged than you too. Maybe people on the streets, people that have mental health issues. I just see that this group has a lot of love to give, but I also see that you've been spending a lot of time recently giving that love to yourself, and it's a cliche, but refilling your cup, pile one. So good on you. I think you're ready to get out there and do good things again. Most definitely. I love also that this card has Father Christmas or Santa Claus in it, noting that we're not too far away from Christmas in November. You may want to get out and dedicate some of your time helping people leading up to Christmas, being of service to charities that help people in need during, I guess, the holidays or those periods where we all need to be around other people and love other people. But most definitely an indication that you are coming into some money too. With the Six of Pentacles here, and with the Windfall of Abundance, getting on top of your finances, sorting out any financial issues that you've had in the past. So you've been doing a lot of work in many ways, I see, Power One. You've been working on yourself. You're coming into a place where you're feeling a lot more at peace with who you are and what it is that you want, I think. Having a lot more dedication and focus and energy to get out there and to chase after those things during November. You've been working on your finances and sorting out any sort of monetary or financial issues that you may have had previously. But you're just in a place where I just see you wanting to get out and like take action. Be social, meet new people, spread your love, and promote harmony to those people in need. Beautiful. You have the waning moon. What do you need to release? Interesting. And your final card is It's Up to You. Okay. I love this card because the angel just points here. You can see it pointing directly at you. So the person watching this video, not your higher self, not your spirit guides, it's up to you. But I think once again, that's kind of the theme of the reading. You've been taking action. You're ready to get on top of things. You're ready to keep progressing your life the way that you've always wanted to. Keep moving forward is the theme for November for you, Pile One. But with the waning moon here, what do you need to release? I just sense that that's what you've been doing in the past. There may still be things that I think you know you need to work on, things that you need to get on top of. You've got the Six of Swords there, which is an indication that you're starting to get on top of those things, right? And with the Six of Pentacles, balance and harmony, starting to get back into a place where life's becoming a little bit easier and more enjoyable for you again. But there is an indication that there may still be things that you need to work on, and I think that's okay. Like, nothing's perfect, right? Nothing in this world is perfect. Life is about overcoming challenges. That's where happiness comes from. It's the ability to get on top of our problems and see how strong we are that really makes us feel as if we're capable of doing anything, you know? But I see you also being a group that likes to help out other people too, that helps out other people get on top of their challenges, and I see you continuing to do that in November. So good on you, Power One. You have a lot of love to give. Continue with that. But to close out the reading, Let's get a Universe Has Your Back deck. Spirit, can we get a closeout message for pile number 1 for November 2020? My group that likes to be of service, help people out in need, help themselves out, getting on top of their problems, I see. And coming into some money too with the windfall of abundance. Ooh, there you are. So maybe people will be giving you some money during the Christmas period. You may get some like inheritance, or some people might be giving you money as a gift for Christmas, potentially pile 1. Or even just you sorting out some financial issues. So you've started to realize that you've got more money in the pocket now, starting to save money, getting on top of your finances. Your final card is, when I think I've surrendered, I surrender more, which goes really well with the what do you need to release. So you've been doing a lot of surrendering, and what does that mean? It just means that you're starting to like accept that this things that you need to change in your life. Not being in denial of them anymore, not sort of resisting those changes, getting on top of them, actually starting to work on those things that you've needed to change in your reality. And this card does indicate that there's still a little bit more of work to do. But, you know, as I said, that's life. Nothing is perfect in this world. But overall, a beautiful month for you. A month where I think you start to see more progress and get back out there and start doing the things that you love. So, I wish you all the best, pile 1. Have a happy November. That's all I have for you. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, I'm curious to know if you actually enjoyed this format, the way that I did this reading. Let me know in the comment section. Any critiques are okay. If you felt that it wasn't great, you didn't enjoy it that much, then let me know that also. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile 2. Hello, pile 2, welcome. For those that chose the standard Ryder Waite tarot, there are your oracle cards. We'll leave those for later. Let's find out what's coming in for you in November 2020. Do a free shuffle. Spirit, can we get some messages, please, for pile 2 to find out what they can expect in November 2020? What's happening for pile 2 in November, please, Spirit? Ooh, okay. There's 2 cards. Any further messages, please, Spirit? Ooh, lovely. Alright, so we've got 4 cards there. We'll start with those. The first card that we can see is the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. We've also got the 2 of Wands, which I think is nice. There's a progression there. 2 of Wands in reverse. Ah, okay. So we'll start with those 2 cards. So the Ace of Wands is passion, inspiration, right? Joy. I think you've got an idea of like some sort of creative project. There's something that you want to start, pile 2, but you haven't yet started it. So you have a vision, you have a plan, but you haven't yet started taking those steps to bringing it into fruition, doing the things that make that plan come alive in reality, in a sense. It is a month I'm sensing that you actually start to feel a bit more at peace with life again, feeling more inspired, passionate. You may have been through a period where you've lost. With the 2 of Wands also in reverse, you may have felt as if you've sort of lost what it is that you want. Like, I'm just sensing like feeling as if you're not really sure where you were going or what you were doing. But I sense in November you actually find that again. You reignite that clarity and that passion. Feel inspired to maybe start doing things, to get out there and start seeing people. You have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And the other card that came out was the Star in reverse. Interesting, okay. I just say with those cards, yeah, with the Star in reverse and the 2 of Wands in reverse, this does indicate feeling like a little bit lost or almost a little bit hopeless, like a loss of hope. Not necessarily feeling hopeless, but you've just kind of lost that spark recently is what I'm seeing. But I do see you with the Ace of Wands here in the upright position, finding that again, reigniting that passion, wanting to get out and start taking action with the Two of Wands here, turning that in the upright position and, you know, doing those things that like bring you one step closer to bringing this creative passion into fruition, potentially. I also see here that maybe with the Star card and the Three of Pentacles, you could really do with getting some advice from other people. Then you may have had some advice from other people in the past that you didn't take. Kind of reminds me of the Alanis Morissette song. It's like good advice that I just didn't take. And I think now you're reflecting on that. You've been reflecting on that recently and realizing that maybe that advice was good, or it may help you actually by getting some help from other people. So I sense that maybe you've had a bit of a rough period, pile too, where things weren't working out for you. You felt a little bit down, felt a little bit despondent. But I do see here, I love to think that cards in reverse often indicate the potential for that card to be in the upright position, right? It's kind of like kinetic energy. It hasn't yet been used, but it's just sitting there waiting to be ignited in a sense. So I'm sensing that you could really do with reaching out from other people if you are in need right now, if you need some advice about what it is you need to do to get on top of certain problems, or even just to find your spark again, right? To feel upbeat again and feeling really happy and alive. Like, get out and spend time with people that you know love you and have your back in a sense, right? Let's get some further messages for you. Spirit, can we get some further messages, please, for pile number 2? I've just noticed you've got a progression here too. You've got the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, and you've got the Three of Pentacles. 1, 2, 3. It does indicate that you are getting on top of things, that you are making progress. It may be slow progress, I see, pile 2, but progress is progress, right? And you've also got the Two of Swords there, right, in reverse. That you were confused, you were feeling a little bit lost, but I sense are starting to, you're overcoming that, you're gaining clarity, you're understanding what it is you need to do. There may have been a decision that you were sort of like avoiding making a decision on, right? There may have been something that you had to make a decision on, but you didn't necessarily want to. It's interesting with the Two of Swords, the woman, the querent, is blocking her heart. She's trying to make a decision based on logic, but I sense whatever this is that you were making a decision on, pile 1, this thing that I do see you making the right decision, and it brings you a lot of like passion, inspiration again. That this is something that you need to allow your heart in on too, trusting your intuition. If this a creative project that you've wanted to start and maybe you've been feeling uncertain about it, right? Not sure if it's going to be the right path for you, if it's going to bring in money, if you'll be successful. I think you just need to follow your heart. I see you in November 2020 finally choosing to follow your passion, choosing the thing that actually makes you feel alive, that puts a smile on your face. And with the Star card in reverse, right? This is wish fulfillment, I sense, down the line if you actually choose to follow that. So this for you, pile 2, is about choosing to follow the thing that makes you feel day in, day out as if like every day is exciting. What's the expression? When you follow your passion, then you never work another day in your life, right? You have a vision about what it is that you want to create. I just sense that you could really do by getting some advice from other people. You may need some money, a helping hand potentially. So maybe asking for help if you need it also to get this project off the ground, to get on top of your finances, to be in a position where you can actually like build from a solid foundation and get it off the ground a little bit. Ooh, you have the Page of Wands there too. Beautiful. Lots of fire in this reading. You're reigniting your passion. You're feeling alive again, pile 2. November is a month where you want to get out there and make things happen, I see. Oh, wow. You have the World card too. I think we'll stop there. That says it all, really. This is wish fulfillment, right? Under the Star card, and completion. This is something that you've always wanted to do. And I really see it bringing you abundance. This is leading towards abundance. The World card is You've completed your journey and you have everything that you want in life. Like, this is something that will bring you ultimate satisfaction. So you really need to trust in your intuition and follow that creative passion, follow that thing that you've always wanted to do. The Page of Wands, once again, also indicates the start of a new journey, right? You've got that passion and desire to do it. You just need to believe in yourself and actually take the practical steps to making it happen. And if needed, ask for help. Reach out for help and assistance or advice from other people that you know have your back and that you can trust, is what I'm saying. Beautiful. Let's move on to your oracle cards. Would you look at that? That is crazy. Have courage to ask for and accept help. That's what I was picking up on with the Three of Pentacles in reverse here and the Star card, that maybe you've been feeling a bit lost and despondent, and what you need is to ask for help from other people. If it may be financially, if you're feeling like you don't have the money or the resources that you need to make this happen, then I'm sure there's someone out there that has your back and that can support you. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it, as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. Beautiful. You have the full moon in Taurus. You need a practical plan. There you go. Bam. I love that you had the Two of Wands here and the Page of Wands, starting a new journey, like having a vision about what it is that you want to create. But you need to start doing those things in reality that takes you one step closer to achieving those goals. So November is a month where you actually, I sense, Pile, to start doing these things, start trusting your vision, creating a practical plan, and actually start making those steps that take it off the ground, start building your own creative project. Beautiful. I love also that you have the full moon in Taurus. Taurus is all about abundance, right? Doing things that they love. Taurians are all about beauty, love, sensuality. What's most important to Taurians is having fun and enjoying life. So this is something that I sense is a passion of yours and makes you feel alive. You really just need to trust in it and continue to put the work in November. And you have the card of Don't Stop. I think that says it all, right? You just need to trust yourself, Pile 2. Those three cards, all of them, are indicating that this will be successful. Remember, you have the World card, which is ultimate success and fulfillment. You've got the drive and the passion. It's there. You've made the decision. Trust your heart. And go after it. Guns blazing, absolutely. I see a lot of abundance and success coming your way if you choose to follow your heart and really take some practical steps to getting this project or this issue that you need to resolve off the ground. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Like, we all need it once in a while. I mean, I've myself have struggled financially and needed to rely on some family to get through some troubling times in the past. But, I sense in time, when you really have a lot of success with this, you'll be able to pay those people back if you need to. Just trust this vision because it's divinely gifted to you, really. This is something that you're meant to share with the world. And also, as it says here, give it to others as you are guided. Once you have success with this project, you'll be able to give back, right? You'll have the money and the resources to be able to give back to people in need, give back to those people that have helped you out, give back to society, in a sense. Beautiful reading. Just keep pushing, keep moving. Let's get a closeout message for you from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Spirit, can we get a closeout message for Pile 2 who are about to commence a new journey, start something new, fresh inspiration, a divine gift for everyone else around them? A closeout message, please, Spirit, for Pile number 2. My creatives. It says here, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. There you go. Beautiful. This really just encapsulates the message that I was conveying here in this reading. Doing the things that you love is in alignment with your sole purpose in the universe, right? This is something that you're meant to follow. This is a divine gift for you that you're meant to share with the rest of the world. So really trust in this vision. Believe in yourself and go after it. Don't stop. You can do it. That's all I have for you, pile 2. I hope that resonated with you. What a beautiful reading. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Just of note too, I'd be really curious to get your idea about this format of reading. If you thought it was good and effective, that'd be great. Good to know. Even if you didn't like it, let me know in the comment section. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile 3. Hello and welcome pile 3 with the Tattoo Tarot deck. There are your oracle cards. We'll get to those at the end of the reading. Let's find out what's coming in for you, what you can expect in November 2020. Spirit, can we please get some messages for pile 3 about what they can expect next month, November 2020? Any messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3? Not so free-falling. Not so easy coming for you, pile 3. Which could mean that it's a mystery. Yeah. I need further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3. One more. Okay. There's 4 cards for you. First card that we can see is the Ten of Swords. You have the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. You have the Two of Wands. Okay, ooh, that actually came out for pile 2 too. Except it's in the upright position for you. And you have the Sun in reverse. Right. Well, it seems with the Sun in reverse and the Ten of Swords that you've had a bit of a rough time, pile 3. It almost seems maybe as if like some relationships haven't been honest with you. The Ten of Swords can sometimes indicate that people are trying to stab you in the back. That people aren't being honest with you. They may be saying things to your face and then telling lies or spreading rumors behind your back potentially. But also, it also may be a period where you're actually being forced to change certain habits. And the reason I say that is the Ten of Swords also can indicate the death of the ego, which is represented by the Sun. The Sun is the ego in astrology, right? Our being, who we are, the way we express ourselves, and what our sort of conscious habits and activities are. So I think in a way you've actually been changing certain things in your past recently. That there's been things that you've been forced to let go of. It kind of reminds me of the Tower where things have fallen apart and broken down around you. And with the Sun in reverse, I just sense it hasn't been an easy period. This is something, these things may have been things that you actually enjoyed doing. But I do see you're on a better path, right? With the Two of Wands here, you have a vision for the future. You know what it is that you want. I just think you're working through some things right now that maybe aren't serving you, which is another cliche in tarot, letting go of things that aren't serving you. It just basically means that you're breaking habits. And these actually may have been things that you thoroughly enjoyed in the past too. It just means that they're no longer, I guess, serving the person that you're becoming in your future. If you have a vision about what it is that you want from the future, something that brings you joy, right? With the Queen of Cups, this is emotional balance and harmony. There's something that brings you joy, or at least you know who it is that you want to be in the future. But right now you're kind of working through making some changes that allow you to get one step closer, or to get closer to being the Queen of Cups, in a sense, is what I'm seeing. So I see November being a period for you also where you continue to work on yourself, where you continue to kill off aspects of yourself that maybe aren't right for you anymore, or just aren't serving the vision of yourself that you have for your future. I always like to think too, with the Sun card in reverse, that cards in reverse often indicate the potential of that card to be expressed. As I said in pile 2, it kind of reminds me of kinetic energy in physics, where the energy is just sitting there ready to be used, right? You just need to like activate it in a sense. So you are making changes that will bring you towards happiness, absolutely. I just see that there's a bit of a journey to go, and I sense that November is a period where you just continue to face your fears, overcome challenges, break old habits that are either good for you, that weren't good for you, I should say, or even things that you did enjoy that you realize now maybe just aren't for the person that you want to be in the future, basically. Can we get some further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3? My visionaries that are trying to create a better life, trying to find peace within, changing aspects of themselves, please, Spirit. Ooh. All right. Yes, okay, there you go. Bam. You see that card? Okay, there's another 4 cards for you. So there's the Devil card, which was not surprising. There may have been certain addictions or bad habits that you're breaking free of, right? You are breaking these bonds very slowly, I'm sensing. It's taking time, and so it should. It's hard to break old habits, right? Old habits die hard. That's an expression, and it's there for a reason, because, you know, when we do things day in, day out, it becomes kind of a routine. Things change from being a habit to a routine. So in a way, it's about breaking old routines that aren't working for you, breaking free of any addictions that you may have previously too. You've also got here the 6 of Cups in reverse, along with the Fool card. And your final card is the Knave of Coins. Beautiful. Okay. You know what I'm seeing for you, pile 3? This is kind of similar to pile... Well, it's kind of similar to pile 1 and 2 in a sense. I just sense that you're kind of doing a complete overhaul of your life in a sense this year. 2020 may have been kind of a reset for you, and it's been that way for a lot of people, with the collective in general, also with the pandemic, and I guess breaking down sort of power structures that aren't working for us, standing up for our beliefs and trying to get things right in society, in a sense. And I think maybe you're trying to do that on a very personal level, actually. So November is a period where you continue to do so, where you make changes to yourself. You're actively trying to break free of certain addictions or bad habits that are just getting you down now. Even if these things were things that you actually thoroughly enjoyed, I think you've come to realize that maybe you're not getting the joy out of them anymore. And that in its own can be a challenge to accept, but you are getting there, absolutely. So you've got the Fool card here and the Queen of Cups, indicating a fresh start, right? And emotional harmony, coming into peace, coming into alignment in a sense. But I also see that maybe you've decided to take a chance on something new in a career venture, that you have an idea and an epiphany about what it is that you want to start, or maybe you've just started a new job too, and you're kind of building your own in that role, like making it your own, sort of working hard to pave your way for the future so that you can actually have the future that you want. With the Knave of Coins here and the 2 of Wands, this can indicate maybe your own business, I'm sensing, like an entrepreneurial position. There's something that you're inspired to start. Maybe you haven't quite yet started it, is what I'm sensing too. But this is the year that you're making big changes in your life, breaking free of old habits, actively choosing to change things about yourself that maybe you realize aren't working for you anymore, and really taking a chance on something new in a career venture, or some sort of like activity that can bring in finances. It may even be just like a side business or something like that. You have the 6 of Cups here in reverse. And what I'm seeing from that is the 6 of Cups tends to talk about reminiscence, people coming back from the past, past experiences coming to light again. I just sense that there's been some things in your life that you've been doing for a very long time, some habits or addictions even that you've been partaking in for a very long time, and it's just really, really hard to break free of those, I think, for you, pile 3, is what I'm sensing. But I think you're starting to realize that you just need to keep working at it one day at a time. Like it's about approaching these things one day at a time. Each day is a new day. You choose to do things that are right for you and choose to, I guess, kill off things that are no longer serving you in a sense anymore. And over time, we can look back on our journey and realize that we've changed these things, that we're free of these addictions, that we're a lot happier with the person that we are, right? With the Queen of Cups here. We've become the Queen of Cups, and we're proud of the things that we've managed to achieve, both in terms of changing ourselves for the better and actually going after things that we want and starting something new. Beautiful. Let's have a look at your oracle cards now, pile 3. Well, you had the cooperation instead of competition card. Okay. What's yours is yours, and no one can take it away from you. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. You know what? That really reads to me in a lot of ways in this reading, in terms of you starting to realize that you potentially don't need to be the best at everything, that there's enough to share around. It may also mean that maybe you've decided to go into a partnership or collaborating with somebody else in a new business venture. And if that's something that you've been considering, I do sense that that's on the card. So that's something that you really should consider. That might be the way for you to actually get this new venture off the ground, this vision that you have, and actually start it. Like taking that first step on your journey, in a sense, with the Fool card here. But I also see too, with the 10 of Swords and the cooperation instead of competition, that maybe you do have some people that haven't necessarily always been looking out for you, that you've been in competition with some people. I see you choosing to end that with the Devil card here, trying to make peace with any relationships that have not always been the most amicable in the past, potentially. Being the person that offers the olive branch, like rectifying any problems in relationships in November 2020. You're the full moon in Pisces, balance, spirituality, and practicality. Okay. And your final card is perfect timing. Right, that's beautiful. So what I see for that is now is the time for you, pile 3, to actually start this venture. That the work that you've been doing, since you've been gaining confidence within yourself, you've been able to look back on the changes that you've made this year and see how far you've come. There's still an indication of the balanced spirituality and practicality that there's things that you need to get on top of. Absolutely, as I said in pile 2, nothing's perfect in life, right? And these readings are never going to be all perfect and peaches and cream. I think you've been doing a lot of work this year of changing and breaking free of bad habits and really trying to be a better person is what I'm seeing. Absolutely. And now it's time for you to be rewarded. If you have had a vision in the past about some new business venture, maybe collaborating with a friend or family member in terms of starting a new business, changing jobs even too. It could be about like a new career path also. That with the balance, spirituality and practicality and the perfect timing card, now is the time to take those steps to bring you one step closer to achieving your bigger, loftier goals. And the balance, spirituality and practicality card too also indicates to me that there's still a need to do the inner work to continue to keep changing bad habits, breaking free of things that aren't working for you, really choosing to be a kind of better person and trying to lift people up instead of maybe being in competition with people that I sense may have been something that you've done in the past. But I do see you breaking free from, absolutely. So positive reading, things are shifting for you, absolutely, pile 3. November's going to be a month of shifting from, I guess, an old habit, an old way of living into really believing in yourself about what you can achieve in your future and continuing to take those practical steps to making those things come into fruition. Beautiful. Let's get a closeout message for you from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Spirit, can we get a closeout message, please, for pile 3 who are making big changes in their life, killing off the ego, trying to find happiness, choosing to do something that's right for them, starting a new path even, a new journey? Closeout message, please, Spirit, for pile number 3. And there it is. Oneness is my true nature. Beautiful. It's a simple sentiment. I love how the colors in this match the perfect timing card. Can you see that? All the upper four chakras with the, three chakras, blue, indigo, violet. Now is the time to continue pushing towards your biggest dreams and desires, pile 3. And once again, it's also an indication with the oneness card too, along with the cooperation instead of competition, that we are all one, that we're all here to like lift each other up and support each other. And I sense that's something that you're actively trying to change too, pile 3. So good work. I commend you on your journey. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, if you enjoyed this format, or you have any thoughts about how I did the training, I'd love to hear them. Even if you didn't enjoy it, leave a comment in the comment section. I'd really appreciate it. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile 4. Hello, and welcome pile 4 with the 5-cent tarot deck. Here are your oracle cards. We'll get to those a little bit later. I'll put them over here for now. Let's get an idea about what's coming in for you in November 2020. Oh, one card wants to fly out already. What can you expect for November 2020? Spirit, can we get some messages, please, for pile number 4? Ooh, okay. Lovely. The first card that came out for you is the 8 of Needles in reverse. And it says here, self-acceptance, healing, and freedom, which I think is a beautiful sentiment. Maybe a month where you're starting to believe in yourself a little bit more, pile 4. Actively making changes that lead you towards healing bad habits or becoming the person that you wish to be in your future. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 4? Okay. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 4? Okay, well, there's 5 cards we have here. Interesting. So the 3 cards that we can see so far, you have the 4 of Needles in reverse. You have the 8 of Needles in reverse, as I mentioned. You also have the 6 of Cups in reverse, which just came out for pile 3 too. Forgiveness, seriousness, serious and independence. What stands out to me for those 3 cards? Exhaustion, right? With the 4 of Needles in reverse. I just think maybe you've been pushing yourself really hard. It's time to take a break. But I see for sure with these 4 cards, like healing. This is all about healing, finding yourself in a sense. Self-acceptance, it says in the 8 of Needles in reverse. Sorry, I need to burp, but excuse me. Definite healing energy. It may be associated with your own needs, taking some time out to heal yourself with the exhaustion card. You've been pushing yourself and you need a break. Or it may even be like healing from past experiences with the 6 of Cups. Somebody may have hurt you in the past. You may have been betrayed or had your heart broken potentially. So I see you learning to forgive that person or any experience that may have hurt you in the past too. It's a month where I see you just like choosing to move forward, choosing to take a break, choosing to change things that aren't working for you. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Destiny, karma, and luck. And your final card is the 4 of Cups in reverse. Withdrawal, right? Acceptance. Retreat. Okay. So there's 2 cards here. One indicates, the 4 of Needles indicates exhaustion, and then you have the 4 of Cups in reverse also indicating withdrawal. So I sense that November 2020 is going to be a month where you actually actively take time out to heal yourself, to deal with some issues that maybe you haven't dealt with in your past, trying to change bad habits, doing the inner work, actively trying to forgive any any pain or bad experiences that somebody else may have put you through in the past. Really working on yourself is the theme for November 2020 for you, Pile 4. I love that you've got 4 and 4 here too for Pile 4. Strong synchronicity. 4 being the number of a solid foundation, making practical changes in your life that set up your future, essentially, is what I'm getting. And through healing, I sense that you'll be doing that. Changing things about yourself or moving on from any pain or grief that you've been experiencing sets you up for your future. You feel a lot more alive. It relieves a lot of tension in our shoulders. Letting go of burdens, I'm seeing also. But yes, the only major arcana that's come out there is a Wheel of Fortune, which does indicate that you will have luck, that you will get through this period, that you will heal, that you will move forward, you will start to make progress again. I see you making a lot of inroads in terms of like changing yourself for the better in November 2020, which I think is really beautiful for you, Powerful. Let's get some further messages for you. Spirit, any further messages for pile number 4? Okay. Any further messages, please, for pile 4? My group that are doing a lot of healing, that are changing themselves for the better, moving forward, choosing to let go of any sort of grievances from the past. Okay. We'll stop there. Your first card is the Ace of Needles in reverse, confusion, chaos, hostility. You have the Queen of Cups in reverse, martyrdom. You have the Three of Matches in reverse too, obstacles. You also have the Knight of Needles, unstoppable. Wow, that's really interesting. And quite contradictory to the message that I was receiving previously. Yeah, what I am seeing for you with these cards is that you're choosing to work on things that aren't working for you previously. With the Knight of Needles here and obstacles, like taking action on things that weren't working for you, resolving any personal issues you may have, resolving conflicts from the past, letting go of any grievances from experiences where people may have hurt you or betrayed you in the past, choosing to put yourself first is what I'm getting for you, Pile 4. Because I just see here with the Ace of Needles in reverse, confusion, that you've been a bit stuck, really. Like you've been pushing forward or trying to continue day in, day out doing the things that you usually do, but I just sense you're not making progress, you're not getting anywhere. You're starting to feel as if like things aren't working out for you. And it's because it's kind of like the Hanged Man in tarot, right? Where you've been forced to pause and reflect upon the way you've been living, some experiences that you've had with the Six of Cups here in reverse, looking back upon your life and either changing your perspective on things, starting to see things through fresh eyes, getting a new idea about those experiences and like learning the lessons from them, or even just like realizing that there's things that you need to change in your life. And I see November 2020 being a month where you actually are forced to address these things, doing some inner healing, letting go of any battles that you've had with other people too. I also like to think the cards in reverse hold the potential for that card to be in the upright position in the future, right? So you have the Queen of Cups here in reverse. It's just in martyrdom, insecurity. You've just been feeling a bit lost and stuck, I think. Not making progress, not seeing the rewards for your efforts. You may have had some issues with some interpersonal relationships and you've been wondering why, you've had these conflicts. I think you're being forced to address anything that's not working for you is what I'm really seeing. But I love that you've got the Queen of Cups here too. So you can turn that in the upright position here, especially with the Wheel of Fortune too, and Destiny, Fate, working through your challenges, getting back on that wheel, changing your life for the better. This is something that was always meant to happen. You were always meant to stop and face these issues. Right now, I sense pile 4 in November, so that you can be free of these burdens in your future and find harmony and balance, emotional satisfaction. Beautiful. Well, not so much beautiful. It's a hard lesson to have to deal with, I know. And I know it's not easy to really break free of burdens or to change bad habits, to accept that maybe there's things that we need to change, or even accept that there's things that we need to take responsibility for. But if you want to be free of the hardships that I sense you've been suffering recently, Pile 4, it's about like really choosing to reflect upon your life and working out what's working for you and what's not. And that's what I see you doing this month. Let's have a look at your oracle cards. You had the helpful people card. Okay, that's not surprising. You had the employment change card. Ah, all right. And you have the New Moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. There you go. Right. So what I'm seeing here, New Moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. Interesting that the New Moon in Scorpio occurs in about 3 weeks during the month of November, right? So once again, strong indication that this month is a month where you change bad habits, where you break free of your fears, address things that weren't working for you in your past. I'm seeing diving deep into like issues from your past or situations that may have hurt you in the past, starting to learn the lessons from them. With the Six of Cups there, it says there forgiveness, but the Six of Cups is all about reminiscence and remembering things. It's about you like trying to see any negative experiences or perceive negative experiences in your past with fresh eyes and seeing the benefits from those experiences, learning the lessons from these experiences, taking on those lessons and changing your life for the better. But I'm also seeing here too, employment change. And with the New Moon in Scorpio, work through your fears. Maybe you've been afraid of starting something new, Pile 4. Maybe your work hasn't been going too well either. Maybe you've been stuck at work and feeling a little bit lost or not making progress. And it's time for you to really think about what it is that you want to do with the rest of your life in terms of your career, what your life purpose is. It says here, your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release old and welcome the new. There you go. You are being supported each step of the way. Right. So not only potentially you're going to be changing careers, or at least thinking about what it is that you want to do with your future, Pile 4, but it says here that you're making changes to all aspects of your life, right? Breaking free of old patterns that weren't working for you. Accepting that you need to address things and not putting your head in the sand anymore. And with the helpful people card, this is a strong indication that maybe you need to ask for help to get through some bad habits or to change things that aren't working for you. Like, we all need help sometimes. We all go through trials and tribulations, and remember that we're all part of a collective. We're all here to like lift each other up. So asking for help is not something to be ashamed of. It makes you strong, really. Accepting that you can't do something on your own, facing your fears and accepting help from other people is an indication of strength, right? And maybe that's what you need to do right now, is to rely on other people to help you through this really challenging time where you're being forced to change habits or patterns that aren't working for you, addressing things from your past that maybe are holding you back, accepting that you need to release any negative perceptions on experiences in the past is what I'm seeing. But there are positive things coming your way, absolutely, with the employment change card there. Once you really do the work and break free of anything that isn't working for you, I see a lot of abundance coming your way, absolutely powerful. So just continue to believe that your life will get better once you get through this really rocky and trialing time right now. Let's get a closeout message for you from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Spirit, can we get a closeout message, please, for pile number 4? You know what I'm also seeing too for you, pile 4? It's a bit of a side note, but people I think that tend to go through the darkest experiences in life, I like to think hold the space for so much more light. When they come out of the darkness and into the light, when they're free of their burdens and they've changed their life for the better, you have so much experience that you can then help other people that are going through challenging times. So with the employment change card and the helpful people card, maybe you're supposed to be helping other people. Maybe you're meant to draw upon the experiences of what you've been through and these challenging experiences from your past to be empathetic to other people that are going through similar experiences, right? Working through your own fears so you can help other people work through their fears, in a sense, and accepting and taking responsibility for their lives is what I'm seeing. So nothing is in vain. This is all happening for a reason, especially with the Wheel of Fortune card here in Destiny, that you've been going through all of these like really troubling times recently because you're supposed to be able to draw upon these experiences and learn a lesson so you can help helpful people, help other people going through similar challenges in life, which I think is really beautiful. Let's get a closeout message for you, pile 4. It does say their martyrdom too, right? And the Queen of Cups, like offering yourself over to other people, living a life of service in a sense. Beautiful message. There it is. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any forms of separation are merely calls for help. Calls for help. Okay. So if you've been feeling as if you've been hard done by recently, pile 4, it's about you changing your perspective on these things, starting to see the lessons that are arising from these experiences, being grateful for these experiences even, because they're really like leading you. Sorry, I just had a phone call, pile 4. I'm almost at the end of the reading and they call me just as I'm finishing up. As I was saying, I think maybe it might also, November may also be a period of time where you actually need to ask for help from other people, but just know that you'll be able to give all that back, that in your future you'll have so much more compassion and love. I sense that you're already a very compassionate person with the Scorpio, Union and Scorpio, who are like very emotional, tend to feel very deep emotions. They going through the darkness and coming out of it, learning who you are, learning more about how strong you are through actually going through this period of like fear and pain, learning from these experiences and being able to share that light with other people. So it's not in vain, pile 4. You will get through this and it will be a blessing in disguise, I sense. That's what I see for you in November 2020. That's all I have for you, pile 4. I hope that resonated with you, even though I know it's a bit of a hard message to hear. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, I'm very curious to see if you actually enjoyed the format of this reading, the way that I actually structured this reading. Let me know in the comment section if you liked it or even if you didn't like it and what you think I should do next time. That would be great. I wish you a beautiful day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.